2026 is looking absolutely insane. Games here, there, every bloody where. Don't these companies know I haven't got the pennies for it? And I got a backlog longer than the list of people on the Epstein files?
What?
Okay, yeah, maybe not that many, but just as darn. No, can't say that. Anyway, if you're new here or new to the series, every couple of months or so, I like to share the games that I'm trying to purge out of my backlog, because I need to start to make a point of finishing these things. Mini reviews, first thoughts, and some hilarious banter, I'm sure you'll agree, is to come, so let's get into it. Before we do though, let me know what games have been in your never-ending backlog as of late. Are you enjoying playing through? Comment below and let's discuss like a pair of nerds should, yeah? Hello everyone, Lexitan Gaming here, you there, and today is episode 3 of the Unstoppable Backlog. So let's take a look back. What did we have from last time? Did we actually finish anything? Yep. No. Yep. No. Yep. Yep. No. No.
Sometimes may be good, sometimes may be
And I've added more. Fantastic. I'll never learn, I suppose, but let's get into the first one. And we'll start with Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. Now, usually I can give a quick first thoughts on these games, but Metroid Prime 4 was actually started and finished in between the time from the last episode of this series and this episode. God, I can speak well. That's insane for me and the way I play games, by the way. I was hooked. I played as often as I could. I put Suikoden 2 to the side for it. Luckily that game's fairly easy to pick back up and I'm deep in there now and loving it.
That's what she said.
And I love this game. I didn't really understand the controversy behind it. No spoilers, of course, but I did see a few people complaining about the companion characters. You rescue these Galactic Federation troopers along the way through exploring planet Vuros, and each bring their own special skill to help you get further along in that area and then the story. Now, yes, they could be a little cheesy, but I personally thought they brought a lot to the game and they were a great addition. It really added to the emotional ties within the game, not something I've really experienced when playing a Metroid previously. Now, of course, I haven't played them all, so I might be wrong there. But, again, I won't spoil. There are many times in this game that can really get you in the feels if you're not careful. And these side characters and companions are the ones that really get you to that point, in my opinion. Beyond that, get it? The gameplay, it's Metroid, so it's flawless. Obviously, graphically on the Switch 2, this is absolutely gorgeous. I was in awe when traversing through the different areas of this planet. World design was top-notch for me. The usual Metroid tropes are there too, the scanning, exploring, weapon and equipment upgrades, but the new element they added was Samus's psychic abilities. 3 separate abilities too. The psychic visor for scanning, control beam to steer the projectiles, and the telekinetic manipulation. And psychic bombs. Hell yeah, psychic bombs.
Yes, science!
And I quite enjoyed the open world aspect too. It wasn't a chore to get around and the bike was actually quite fun. I had a blast throughout this entire playthrough and it just made me want to play more of the series. Just wish I didn't have Metroid Prime Remastered holding over me. Suikoden 2. Now, I did mention this before a little bit while talking about the first, but at that point I'd only played around half an hour or so of the second game, and I'm 15 hours into it now, and yeah, it craps all over the first Suikoden. Sorry, not to say I didn't enjoy the first, however. I really enjoyed it, but Suikoden 2? Suikoden 2? Yeah boy, all day. A betrayal in the first 20 minutes, the whole camp is up in flames and you and your best friend do a Tom Daly dive. It's bloody gripping. And the story follows 2 best friends, the silent protagonist, aka you, and Joey, who are forced into opposite sides of a war-torn world after being betrayed by their own Highland kingdom. The turn-based battle system, which I love, God, I just love it. It's perfect. It reminds me of Final Fantasy X. None of this active time battle crap. I don't like that very much. Let me perfectly execute my next move with timing and precision without getting hit during it. I'm looking at you, Final Fantasy VII. And with this remaster on the Switch, you can speed the battles up which I always appreciate. Looking at you, Final Fantasy IX, and the music, you really feel the PS1 era with the music, you know? I'm not sure, it probably isn't. I'm sure it's been remastered for the Switch, but you can still just feel it. There's something about Super Nintendo and PS1 RPGs, everything just feels perfect. With the right game, of course. I do have a certain feel about the 2D sprites. I love them. That's my feel. So yes, this is quickly moving up to be one of the greatest JRPGs I've ever played. And I can't wait to stop talking to you so I can get back to it. I'm joking, I love talking to you. Just not as much as Suikoden 2. Now a quick tip before we get into another game, because you definitely asked for a tip, haven't you? So I see a lot of people wondering how they can get through their massive backlogs. And while I'm not the perfect example to lead from, I just want to share something that I've started doing daily, which has definitely helped with that. And that is cheat the system. Well, not really, no. What I do now is on my lunch breaks, instead of actually having my lunch, I will get my Switch 2 out and just go for, if you have an hour lunch break, play it for an hour. If you got half an hour, that's what I do. I only play for half an hour, but it definitely helps along the way, because in a week, I've played another 2.5 hours, which I wouldn't have played before. And what I would have been doing instead in that time is doom scrolling or watching some crap TV show on my phone. And it's especially great for RPGs when you need that time to grind to level up. It's perfect. You can listen to the game's music, or you can put that down a bit and use that time to catch up on a podcast as well, if you want. Even if you're doing the story, it's fine. Just put the Switch or whatever handheld you use to sleep mode and catch up when you can. Just don't leave the battery on a low percent like I did, and then you end up losing that half hour of precious grinding time. Because it hurts. It stings. Hope that helped you a bit. If it did, give me a subscribe. If you cannot do it for whatever reason and that just wasted your time, give me a subscribe anyway. And like the video. F it. On to our next game now, and it's another old school JRPG for you bunch of dweebs, and it's Dragon Quest VII Re-Imagined. I say dweebs because I'm a huge one myself. It's a term of endearment at this point, okay? While we may disagree on that, what we can all agree on is that Dragon Quest VII Re-Imagined looks, sounds and feels absolutely amazing. Breathtaking visuals in and out of cutscenes. Classic turn-based battle system we all know and love. God, I just love it! I've only played a little bit so far because I am really into Suikoden 2 at the moment, but this is a great addition to my Nintendo Switch collection. Not my Nintendo Switch 2 collection. I'm not getting a keycard. Wise up, Square, but I'll get the physical, of course, and it's fantastic so far. And like I said, I have only played a little bit so far because I can't leave Suikoden 2 behind again. And I don't really want to because I'm very much into it. However, I am really looking forward to finishing Suikoden 2 so I can get really stuck in with Dragon Quest VII Re-Imagined. My God, we're spoiled at the moment. And lastly, we've got remake number 3 on this list. Jesus Christ. But it's a good one though, because it's Resident Evil 2 Remake. Yeah, so if you're a channel follower, you'll know that my little history with horror games is, well, little. Or at least it was until like last year. I finally plucked up the courage to take on some of the most talked about, renowned and awarded video games ever. Ones that my anxiety didn't really allow me to do before. I mean, it still won't, but now I've got the missus to help me through. Yeah! Well, we help each other. We're a few hours into this one and I understand the hype completely. We loved Resident Evil 4, so it's great to see where Leon Kennedy got his start. And with 2 separate stories as well, great stuff. We've started with Leon's, which is more action-based, running and gunning, just getting stuff done. We're fighting to escape Raccoon City through a zombie outbreak, alongside college student Claire Redfield. We could have chosen her story first, but hers is more tactical, more sneaky sneak, and we just wanted to see what Leon was getting up to before Claire. They're actually together at the start, but get separated when stuff starts to go sideways, and yeah, it's just really good. I just can't believe I allowed myself to stay away from these masterpieces before. But we're getting there. Resident Evil 9 Requiem, as of recording, is coming out in 4 days. So we really need to get this done before the older, grizzled Leon makes his long-awaited return, which I'm buzzing for. And that's all of my backlog confessions for today, folks. I hope you enjoyed, and don't forget to let me know your pile of shame in the comments. There's a couple more videos with my stupid face on screen now. If you want to click on either, I'll see you there. Discord's in the middle, give it a scan, and join the Split Screen Syndicate. Cheers.